Hepinize tekrardan merhabalar. The Shapeshifting Detective'in ilk bölümüne hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Şekil değiştiren bir dedektifi oynayacağımız bir oyun kendisi. Seçimlere dayalı bir oyun kendisi. Direkt oyun Türkçe olarak geliyor. Bu benim çok hoşuma giden bir durum. Hikayeden birazcık bahsetmek istiyorum. Küçük bir kasabada bir kadın öldürülüyor. Tabii yerel polis pek bir başarılı değil bu konuda. Ve dedektif olarak biz olaya el atıyoruz. Hızlıca oyuna başlayalım. Eğer bir cutscene varsa iyi seyirler.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock.
Alt yazılar var mı? Alt yazılarımız açık ama galiba burada alt yazı yok.
And I'm Alice Monroe with your
İngilizce
August
metalli değil.
update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Yanlış anlamadıysam size bahsettiğim şeyden, cinayetten bahsedildi orada.
You learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Tamam. Sam diye birini oynuyoruz. Kimsin abi sen?
Exactly. Rewind.
Ne oluyor? Tekrar oynat diye bir başarı mı kazandık az önce? Geçemiyorum.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Yine o adam mı çıkacak karşımıza? Abi aynı sahneyi bir daha izletti oyun bize. Süper.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Kimsin sen diye sormayacağım.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Neden? Hayır.
The dead girl.
Ölü kız.
And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Evet.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August.
Ağustos
Find
kasabasında.
Chief
Ahmet
DuPont.
DuPont.
He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
O her kimse tamam.
Splendid.
Bu abi birazcık garip.
If
ya.
someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
Ne oluyor lan?
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a
Bir çocuğa
child.
dönüşmeyeceğiz
In
ve
brighter
yakalanmayacağız.
news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch,
Tamam,
Barbie.
görevler kolay.
The
Çocuk
8-month-old
olmayacaksın
Basset Hound puppy
ve
was found
yakalanacaksın.
outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
and that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Ne kadar gerekirse o kadar
Yes.
kalacağım.
The chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Yok, bir şey demeyeceğim.
Sometimes we wish we'd asked something and the moment just passes.
Cinayet.
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Amir.
Chief
Lan-
Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Aha.
You don't believe?
Yak.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a
Evet,
reading.
evet.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Kazanacak mıyım? Suçlu musun? Kazanacak mıyım?
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable.
Aa, niye
I'm
öyle
in
dedin
room 1
ki?
and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Aa, bu çok dikkat çeker. Söylemesem daha iyi diye. Sonuncusu solda.
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Tamam.
Bedraggled
Teşekkürler.
hair with seaweed, then tentacles, each topped with an eye.
Odana git abi. Gir odaya. Şöyle iyi bir uyku çekmek istiyorum şu anda. Yarın gideriz. Odada birim var. Heh, iyi. Aa, başım döndü. Abi çok kötü sahne şeyleri ya. Artık durur musun? Yemin ediyorum çok başım döndü. Ne kadar iğrenç bir açı o ya. Ayrıl.
Room. Footsteps echoed on wood. The
That's
spinal
such-
shiver of pursuit up by a night.
Amirle görüş.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Ben Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Dorota Shaw.
Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered.
Niye tarot var
Because they
diyorlar?
predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Ne yap istediği o
Because
zaman?
things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house
Şimdi bu
stay
eleman-
isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Halledeceğim, o kadınla zaten bir görüştüm. İçeriden
Okay.
bilgi sana getiririm, problem
I'll be
değil.
telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand?
Tamam,
But
gizli
you
gizli.
help me out. I'll help you.
Halledeceğiz. Rozetin ve
You
silahım
don't get
nerede?
that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise.
Oo.
Come and find me when you're
Seçenekler
settled.
birazcık saçma geldi
This
bana.
is second
Siz
chance
ne
Sunday for you,
düşünüyorsunuz
Sam.
bilmiyorum ama yani.
Don't blow it.
Dorato'dan bahsettiğine de Violet hakkında.
All here runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Hiçbir
She
şey.
told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
Nereden biliyorsun? Ne biliyoruz
Not
onu bir
much.
soralım hemen.
Perhaps you should do some investigating.
Nerede
In her
öldürüldü
bedroom.
bu? Yatak odasında.
She was naked,
Çıplaktı.
strangled.
Boğuldu.
No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a
İz yok.
weird scene to look at.
Çıplak uyuma
There was
alışkanlığı
one
olabilir.
thing, but it's strictly between you and me.
Tamam.
Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a
Altın
word of
sikke.
this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. What
Dorato'dan
do you want to know?
bahset.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Ne
Don't
zaman?
read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th, at approximately 9 p.m., according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Şimdi kadının şey olabilir. Çıplak yatma şeyi olabilir. Ben bir cinsel bir şey beklemiştim. Hani çıplak yatıyor büyük ihtimal. Eğer cinsel yönü heteroseksüelse bir erkek bizim katil şeyimiz olabilir ama cinsel bir aktivite yoksa her şey olabilir. Altın sikke kimde olabilir? Ya daha insanlarla tanıştıkça işte altın sikkeyi bu adam bulmuş olabilir falan deriz ama şu anda bence altın sikkeye sahip olabilecek kimseyi tanımıyoruz. Dün gece için bir mazeretim
Do
var
I
mı?
have an alibi for last night? Do I?
Dün gelmedin.
Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Tamam bu eleman buradaymış. Ayrılalım bunun
Not
yanından.
this one. The worm had to
Pansiyonumuza
be
gidelim.
told incessantly. Not these ones. The worm had to be told as people strolled past on the sidewalk.
Hangisi?
Not this one. The worm had to be told.
Violet'i bir
I
ziyaret
assume you've been
edelim.
to see Chief DuPont already.
Evet. Bir de seni göreyim dedim. Dün gece ne yapıyordun?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
App kullanıyordum büyük ihtimal canım. Dorot'un evine
I've
gittin mi?
driven by it, never actually been in it.
Hiç gitmediğini iddia ediyor. Diğer konuklar kim?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave actually.
Niye gitmelerini istiyorsun peki?
Because they may have killed someone.
Ha bu da aynısını
It's not
düşünüyor.
great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. It's not the first time I've harbored killers, Sam. I'm sure it won't be the last.
İlaç kullandığını sormak istemiyorum. Dorot'u
Not
tanıyor
really.
muydun?
I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Abi çok garip konuşuyor ya bu kız.
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Değerli bir kuz.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Bir kıskançlık var. Arada bir
Sorry.
kıskançlık var.
I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Erkek arkadaşı.
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Soralım abi.
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Abi bu kadın
It's
Violet'te bir
inside
sıkıntı
for
var.
those who keep finding their way. Like a deep sea fish
Brownie'yi
strangled.
ziyaret
Sam.
edelim.
Is it?
Ha,
I'm sensing you're not
Merhaba.
here for a reading.
yok yok. Sohbet muhabbet için geldim ya. Cinayet
We
nasıl
saw it in the
anlattı?
cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot
O
can
zaman
be very
katil de
powerful.
göstermiştir. Değil mi?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Cinayet konusunda
Chief
bazı
DuPont
sorularım
thinks
var.
I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Niye onu ikna
All I'm
edeyim ki
asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it.
ben? Başaramamışsınız
Trust me,
ama.
Sam, we're on the same team.
Dün gece
In my
9'da ne
room
yapıyordun?
reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. No, not at all. Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but
Lexi ile bunu
that's all.
konuşuruz.
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Bir
She was
tık ben
young.
şu anda bu
They
kadından
usually
değil
are.
de
They're easier to
şeyden,
infect young.
Lexi'den de
They
değil,
listen.
Violet'ten bir tık şüphelendim
Hi,
diyebilirim.
Sam, is it?
Lexi
Come on
ne
in,
haber?
make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa.
İspanyolca mı? Neyce o bilmiyorum. Şimdi... Niye geldin
The
mesela
cards told
buraya?
us to. Well, the cards of rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Ya bu kız hiçbir şey yapmamıştır.
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a cheese obelisk,
Peynir
a chop,
obeliski.
and depending on the shape of that chop, we get different answers to questions. No, you don't.
Dedektiflik
I
hiç
was in
bana
my room
göre
all
değilmiş.
night.
Onu
With
tam şu
Bronwyn.
anda fark
We
ettim.
were painting our
Odamdaydım.
nails.
Bir dakika. Tırnakları
No,
göster.
I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
Bir dakika. Bu kadında bir sıkıntı var. Bu kadın Lexi değil mi? Bu kadın Lexi. Biz buraya geldik. Violet'le konuştuk. Violet'ten sonra bir kadınla daha konuştuk. Tarotçu kadınla. O ne dedi? Lexi geldi beni kurtardı dedi.
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Ama Lexi odasından çıkmamış.
No. I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Şeytan mı?
Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper.
Evet, bir tarot
The Five
kartı.
of Swords.
Kılıç beşlisi.
I think so anyway. There's
Ne
nothing
anlama
more
geliyor?
dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
No one heard her. They never do.
Şimdi Bronwyn'in yanına bir daha gideceğim. Bir şey
But
diyemiyorum.
more than that, humans don't want to be
Bronwyn,
in
Lexi'nin
pain.
onu kurtardığını iddia etmemiş miydi?
So
Lex
she
de
succumbed to the
Bronwyn ile
sickness.
mi
Or
yapıyordu ki?
You must be a
Emin
new
değilim.
guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
Komik değildi Rain. Otur oturduğun yerde komik değildi yani.
I heard you say earlier your name's Sam. You don't look like a Sam.
Abi bu adam beni, bak bu adam beni çok sinirlendirir, ben size söyleyeyim. Dün gece ne
I
yapıyordun?
was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Peki. Ne işe yaramadı?
My prayer that the girl would be safe.
Cinayeti nasıl
We
tahmin
did a
ettin?
reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
Sana ne
You
söyledi
get
diyelim?
it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
Özel tarot testinden
Mercury.
bahset bana.
It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Görebilir miyim?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Bronwyn'de. Tamamdır. Tarot hakkında sen ne
I
biliyorsun bakayım?
didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. Next victim. Whoa! Hold on a sec. We don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea.
And they made it
Tamam,
so
bu adam sanki
easy. They
Bronwyn'e ben bir gideyim. Bak bu çok gergin ya. Şunu görüyor musunuz? Çok gergin yani. Mercury tarotunu vereyim.
Mercury. Sure,
Göster.
I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you.
Getirir misin?
It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sorsun.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Evet.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once
Yakalandım.
before.
Aa,
there was nothing here. A little light.
Alex'e bir daha gidelim. Buna bir şey sorabilecek miyim? Soramayacağım.
Spread.
Bir amire
You only
gidelim.
needed to write one letter. Only
Radyoyu
needed to walk
ayarla.
to the bridge once.
Kapat abi radyoyu. Ayrıl buradan. Taksi çağır.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sıradaki kısım diyelim.
Any more
Amire
news on
geç.
Oscar Wainwright?
Ne biliyorum.
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. Dorota's boyfriend Oscar is in the clear as far as I'm concerned, but I'm still waiting to hear what he tells you. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it. Just the tarot readers. No one else has
Tarot
remembered.
falcıları gerçekten bak mesela o ikisi odada kalıyorlar ama ben listeye sevgilisiyle bir görüşmeden buna karar vermek de çok da mantıklı değil.
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
Şimdilik bir ayrılalım. Oscar'la görüşelim.
Who are you?
Asıl sen kimsin?
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Dün de ortaya
Yeah,
gördüm.
I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5.
9'da neredeydin
Playing
acaba?
football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
Ne kadar süredir
Not
çıkıyorsun?
long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No one. She was really popular. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet. And I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Şimdi bir şeyler oluyor. Daha önce orada saklandı büyük ihtimal.
Not hidden. Well,
Evet.
she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just she had these, voyeur fantasies.
O ne ya? Fantezileri tarif et. Bu
She'd ask me
ağzındaki
to
şey.
hide in the upstairs closet. And then she'd walk in and strip off. Start touching herself. She got upset if I came out before she'd finished. I'm sorry, is this helping with the investigation?
Dolapta ne vardı?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there.
Gelinlik
She
ne
knew I'd
alaka?
seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke. Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
Allah Allah. Ayrıl abi. Amir'in yanına git tekrardan. Oscar
Yep,
demeci futbol
that's what
oynuyor.
he told me too. Not a suspect.
Evet. Ne biliyoruz?
Rain
Tekrardan
says he
bakalım.
was praying in
Tek
his
başına
room,
duydun sonra.
alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last
İşte bak
night.
burası çok sıkıntı.
Shame they can't agree which one.
Biri o da odasında.
Oscar's not a
Biri o da
suspect. He was
odasında.
playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which
Gerçekten garip.
is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Pansiyona gidelim. Sırayla tekrardan sizi Sence Dorothy Oscar mı öldürdü?
Vicar's son. No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Abi bu kız çok fena. Beni tanıyor musun diye soracağım.
The
Farklı
masks
yüzlerle.
we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
Çok enteresan konuşuyor bu kız ya. Kim niye Dorothy
She
öldürsün
flaunts
ki?
herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Dorothy hakkında çok şey
Not
biliyorsun sanki sen.
really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get
Aha.
himself into trouble one of these days.
Bir dakika şu an bir şey dank etti bana. Şimdi bu kadının röntgencilik fantezisi var. Bu çocuğun saklandığı yerde biri daha saklanıyordu. Sonra kadın yukarıya çıktı çıplak bir şekilde. Röntgencilik fantezisi sonuçta çıplak bir şekilde duruyordu. O sırada adam onu boğdu. Ama kim? Böyle bir hikaye olabilir. Niye
If
belaya
you
soksun
keep
peki?
taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset. Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam.
Yeni bir insan geldi.
You're
Zack
good at
Weston.
talking. At Weston's photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there.
Bunlardan
I
biliyorsun.
have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Bu kadın çok enteresan bir kadın. Gerçekten söylüyorum. Şimdi hazır buradayken hepsini tekrardan bir dolanın. Bak bu çok gergin ya. Bu çok şey yani. Senin değil mi?
She gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Yalan
No,
söylüyorsun.
Sam. No, I'm not lying about that. I was in my room, only Lexi, she never came to see me. She was in her room.
Yanıma hiç gelmedi
I
kendi
could
olsun
hear
demek
her
ne?
though. She was shouting at someone.
Oğlum ne diyorsunuz lan?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry,
bu çok-
Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy, he can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
Odama hiç gelmedi diyor. Odamda geldi beni kurtardı diyor. Bu ablada bir sıkıntı var ya. Sevgisine haberin var mı?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort. You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you?
Lexi'ye git. Neredesin?
Hi, Sam. Back from war already?
Yetmedi.
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Evet. Bu ne yalan söylediğine göre değişir.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though. Cross my heart and hope to die. No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
Ne için?
You'd have to ask her or him. It's not my place to say.
Pekala. Ne zaman diye sorsaydım daha iyi bir cevap alabilirdim.
Sam,
Reyne bir daha gidelim.
what can I do for you? We're trying to save people.
İşe yaramıyor.
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest. Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota. This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here. Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities. Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travelers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam. Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Brownie. Odamıza gidelim.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Ayrıl. Şimdi Bronwyn olarak Reyne'i ziyaret ediyoruz.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night? You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the...
I told them the truth, that I was in my room.
Tamam.
I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do it? The police think it's me, don't they?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Why possessed?
You're kidding, right?
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Demeyecektim.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know, you're right. Don't say anything. You know...
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Güzel. Bir tık şüphelendirdim ama. Ay. Rain, tekrardan merhaba, yanlışlıkla geldim senin yanına. Lexi, canım, ben geldim.
Ron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you...
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Bundan önce konuşmuşlardır.
Why are you looking at me like that? Anyway, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our alibi?
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do what...
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Ron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes. No.
Where were you? Ron, don't mess me around, you're scaring me.
Değildim.
I'm just kidding. I was at Dorota's house. I'm just...
No. No, you weren't. I don't know why you're saying that, but I know Bronwyn Castle and she's no murderer. Just drop the act.
Tamam. Böyle set edeyim.
I'm truly... I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
I'm truly sorry.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
Bunun başka hafızayla ilgili bir sıkıntısı var bu kadının. Odamıza gidelim. Raynol.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Rain olarak şimdi burayı bir turlayacağız. Böyle gidelim.
Rain, can I help?
About
Was there a problem?
my tap was dripping, but I fixed it.
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveller.
like in Birmingham? A traveller from where? Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Tamam. Birmingham'daki olayı öğreneceğiz. Oradaki olayla benzer bir şey var. Lexi'ye gidelim.
What do you think?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too. I
Bunu
hear
yapmalı
Sam
mıyız?
likes you too.
Hadi yapalım.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
Bunu da yaptık. Şimdi odamıza tekrardan gidelim. Sam'e dönelim. Gidelim. Bu gezgin olayını öğrenelim. Merhaba. Gezgin olayını şu an öğrenemiyorum. Galiba bir sonraki bölümde öğreneceğim. Baştan sona tekrardan bir kontrol edin diyebileceğimiz herhangi bir şey varsa onu bir diyelim. Herkes Brownie'nin evinde olduğunu iddia ediyor.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy. Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy, like an electrical current that connects A to B and lights up a bulb.
Lexi, neredesin kızım? O ruh çağırma şeyinden bahset bakayım.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Evet.
I understand
Ay.
you've got people to see, places to go.
Görmem lazım onu.
Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Yalan konuşma.
Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel? Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
Aha. Evet.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
Ne diyorsun? Tamam bak, bu kızı kendimize bağlarsak en azından bir şeyleri falan öğrenebiliriz. Rey'ini bir daha bir ziyaret edeyim. Gezginlerden bahsedeceğim mi etmeyeceğim pekala. Taksi çağır.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sıradaki yere gidelim. Zek'le konuşalım.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Boş yapma. Zek Weston.
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
Ne kadar iyi.
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Gerçekten.
Sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Dün gece neredesin?
Here. I'm usually here most nights. Only the roof rats.
O zaman.
Yes. What do you want? I already told the police she did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything. Oh! Dorota Shaw. Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you ask me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, it's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Bir tık dikkatli bakalım. Ne görüyorsun?
I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Şu boynundaki şey altın bir sikke mi?
What do you mean?
Ne demek istediğimi anladım.
I don't think I like what you're implying, detective. Is that all?
Oscar'la bir daha görüşelim.
No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
Bilmem.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I'd want you to tell me.
Tamam ama vakayı seninle
She's not a
tartışalım.
case. She's my girlfriend. Please, if you find out anything at all, let me know. You walk away at the end of all this, but it stays with me for the rest of my life. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two there. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now. I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual.
Zannetmiyorum.
Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone.
O doğru.
Robin and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her
Oscar
closet.
gerçekten temiz. Oscar'lık hiçbir problemimiz yok.
That's it.
Pansiyona gidelim. Violet. Zach Weston.
Do we really have to? Is that what he calls it? I'm not sure what we have, Sam, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have it. Being with Zach is no paradise, I can
Evet,
tell you.
birliktelermiş.
It's like his reproductive genes
Evet.
rule every decision
Seks
he makes.
yapıyorlarmış.
I just want someone who will hold the door open for me, bring me tea in bed.
Bu ne? Ara sahne. Çocuk kim? Sakın asla çocuk olma. Asla çocuk olma. Yok yok. Sağdaki oda. Yok abi ben çocukla uğraşamam şu an. Brownie.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Ha, hiçbir şekilde gözlük tutmuyor. Reyne gidelim o zaman.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders. I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention the rota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was the rota Shaw.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Rain. Yes, the Tower Reader. Delightful fella, but I couldn't offer him anything. He asked if he could do readings for my customers while they waited. Can't have that really, it's retail ambush.
Bu kadar mı?
Yes. Why, what else did he say?
Bana Dorota ile buluşacağını söyledi.
No, not sure what you're getting at. Maybe Rain should come and ask me.
Rain olarak gelip buna soracağız. Lex'in yanına bir gidelim.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Şimdi odaya gidelim. Rain neredesin?
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Taksi çağır. Zekle.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
Ne gibi?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Oh, no thanks.
Don't be like that. I'm not the bad guy here, you'll see. Maybe some other time then.
Zevkle bir daha görüşelim. Yok. Pansiyona gidelim. Ben bir Brownie'yi ziyaret edeyim. Lexi'yi ziyaret edeyim. Violet'i ziyaret edeyim.
You have a lovely guest.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents...
They believed in tough love. I'd get the belt. The littlest thing. Still, toughened me up.
Any siblings?
No. I'm an only child. I always remember being dressed as a boy once for Auntie Margaret's wedding. I was to be page boy because flower girl had already been taken. My parents preferred me that way. It was only when I cried they said they were joking. They always wanted a son.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Zek olarak Violet'i ziyaret edeceğim şimdi.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Everyone's talking about... Are you happy Dorota's dead? Why don't you want anyone to see... Everyone's talking...
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you killed people?
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
Why don't you want...
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure...
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Are you happy, Dorota?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
Aha.
She didn't throw... What?
Don't play games with me, Zach. You know how insecure I get.
Evet, bu ikisi arasında gerçekten bir şeyler var. Tamam. Şimdi odamıza gidelim. Violet olalım. Ve Zek'in yanına gidelim.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Birlikte görünmüyoruz deyip falan deyip
I'm
birazcık sorun
Violet.
çıkartacak büyük ihtimal ama
Well, hello, gorgeous.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here. Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
buradaymış bu adam.
No.
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not...
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I
Yalan
have gorgeous
konuşuyorsun.
women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Brain yok. Brown yok. Lex yok. Sam'e dönelim. Ve bilmiyorum, büyük ihtimal bir saat oldu. 2 parti halinde yüklerim videoyu ama belki tek yüklerim diye bu bölümün burada sonuna gelelim. Bir sonraki bölümde yavaştan artık cinayet şekillenmeye başladı. Bir sonraki bölümde de artık umarım katili buluruz. İnşallah. Her neyse. Bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek dileğiyle. Hoşça kalın.